There we go. My Babylon hoodie. Here it is. Let's see. My Babylon hoodie has arrived. And it fits. It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Troy, and all of my friends, Masonic and Thelemic, up in the Vancouver area for this wonderful, wonderful, beautiful narcissistic hoodie. But anyway, today, if you are, if today's your birthday, or if your birthday is between February 9th and February 18th, that's your card. Okay, the Seven of Swords. Now, don't be depressed because it's just your birthday card. Now, you don't have to be locked into the divinatory meaning of this card. But anyway, the reason I'm showing you this is because it represents this little 10-degree period right there in Aquarius, the last from 20 to 30 degrees of Aquarius. Now, it lives with two other small cards, and they live right smack dab in the Knight of Cups. That represents that whole month period from 20 degrees Aquarius to 20 degrees Pisces from February. So if your birthday is between that, you might want to consider using the Knight of Cups here as your significator. So all of that information is plucked from the book we're reading, Tarot of Ceremonial Magick. And we're on the court cards. And yesterday we talked about the court card wands. And today we're going to talk at least about the court card cups. The Knight of Cups, just what I showed you there. Okay, Lord of the waves and the waters, King of the hosts of the sea, fire of water. See, he's a knight, so he's fire, and he's water because he's cups. 20 degrees Aquarius to 20 degrees Pisces, February 9th to March 10th. The general divinatory meanings. An amiable man of innocence and purity, a dilettante. May be passive-aggressive in temperament and tormented by conflicting elements of his nature. Sometimes in a divinatory meaning ascribed to it is failure unless extraordinary good fortune intervenes. The I Ching hexagram is number 54, called the Marrying Maiden. Nothing furthers. Tactful reserve is indicated. Now, please, those are, oh, you noticed my my Ash Wednesday with the Vibhuti Ash. Happy Ash Wednesday, everybody. I'm totally giving up candy and abstinence. Okay. So when I say the I Ching meanings, that's not the totality of the I Ching meaning of number 54, the Marrying Maiden. If you're serious about the I Ching, you want to actually get yourself a very, very good translation. But general divinatory meaning could be, the bottom line is nothing further, and tactful reserve is indicated. The Tattva symbol, there's a crescent moon there for water, and the fire triangle. So Apas Tejas. The Enochian attributions are the A in Hakama, And if you're going to get magical about working from the Tablet of Union, you'd use the temple opening number 1, Portal of the Vault of the Adepts. You would recite the Enochian sequence of calls 1 and 2. Then you would open the temple in the grade of 3 equals 8 and do call 4 only. Elemental tablet, if you're going to work off the elemental tablet, is the fire subangle of water, and the temple opening would be in the grade of 3 equals 8, and the sequence of Enochian calls is 4 and 12. Now the angels of the subangle, now we'll start with the Calvary cross. First of all, in the middle, the vertical divine name is Iaasd, IAAASD, and it calls forth the powers of the subangle, and then ATAPA compels Asad to obedience. So you need those two to kick off that subangle. The cherub over the arms of the cross there, NLRX. And the good angels that comprehend the species and uses of the living creatures in the element of water. That's their technical talents are XPEN, VASA, DAPI, and RNI, and a backward L. Cacodaimenos, RPX, AVA, XDA, and ERN. Now I'm coming to perhaps my favorite court card. It's my birthday card, the Queen of Cups. June 11th to July 11th. I barely made it. My birthday's July 11th. Oh, that was supposed to be a secret. I never tell anybody that my birthday's July 11th. I'm a shy person, and when people give me gifts, especially expensive gifts, I'm embarrassed, and so I try to keep my birthday a very, very big secret, July 11th, because I'm a shy man at heart, and birthdays aren't that important to me, not even July 11th, which I try not to tell people that my birthday is July 11th. But anyway, the Queen of Cups, Queen of the Thrones of Water, Water of Water, 20 degrees Gemini to 20 degrees Cancer, June 11th to July 11th. The general divinatory meaning, an inscrutable woman, attractive and popular, completely reflective of every impression she receives. Water of water. It's like holding a mirror up to a mirror. Completely reflective of every impression she receives. Divinatory meaning might mean beware of flattery, because others see only themselves in you. So, now perhaps you've noticed that all my court cards have basically the same. Here's the Queen of Swords there. Okay, they have basically the same format. Okay, but the colors, which are very important in tarot, the colors of their clothes and a few little doodads of sacred symbols that are appropriate to each individual suit are included in the cards, but I use the same basic format, so they got the same faces and things like that. I depart a little bit from that in so much as this reflective nature of the Queen of Cups and the personality of the Queen of Cups, in so much as she reflects back onto the observer's own reflection. So it's very easy for a Queen of Cups to be at least initially received and appreciated by people that they come in contact with, because when people look at a Queen of Cups, they see their own reflection. And let's face it, everybody loves themselves more than anything else. Well, on one level. But anyway, so I've got this reflected image of the Queen of Cups in this this image. Anyway, I digress. The I Ching hexagram is 58, the joyous lake. Indicates pleasure, gentleness. Gentleness brings cheerful support from friends. Tattva symbol is water of water, so silver crescent inside a silver crescent. Apis, apis. Enochian attributes, she would be the O then in Hakoma. Magically speaking, if you would open the temple in the portal of the vault of the adepts and then recite call number 1 and 2, then you'd open the temple in the grade of 3 equals 8 and recite call number 4 only. The elemental tablet water subangle of the water tablet. Temple opening would just be the grade of 3 equals 8 and call number 4. So remember, she's a native subangle. So when you're working with the whole elemental tablet of water, you'd only have to do one temple opening, the big water major one, number 4. The angels of the subangle, here are the divine names off the cross. NELAPR calls forth the powers of the subangle OMEBB, which compels NELAPR to obedience. The cherub name, remember the cherub on the above the arms of the cross, is TDIM. The good angels underneath the arms are MAGM, LEOC, VSS, and then a backwards N, RVOI. The Cacodemons, MMA, OLE, CVS, and HRU. The Prince of Cups. Prince of the chariot of the waters, heir of water. 20 degrees Libra to 20 degrees Scorpio. And we see that also, well, no, we don't. Hang on. Where do I see that? Oh, that's in the small cards. My bad. General divinatory meanings: a mysterious, subtle, intensely passionate man without conscience, as ordinarily understood. Now, my dad was a Prince of Cups, and that quality, I can recognize that quality in him, and it was not an evil quality. He was a dear, dear, noble soul. So please remember, when I give these divinatory meanings, or when you read a divinatory meaning or suggestion for a meaning in anybody's tarot cards or text, don't take everything so insanely literal as to discount the other interpretations. The best way is for you to make a list of everybody that you know, and if you know their birthday, find out what their court card is. Then, with your understanding of the person, then you will be informed as to at least your perception of the nature of the card itself. Start with yourself and not the textbook. In other words, use your own experience as the source of your divinatory wisdom. So he's a mysterious, subtle, intensely passionate man without conscience as ordinarily understood. Can be the victim of his own overreaching ambition. The essentials of success are goodwill, sincerity, and right mating. The I Ching hexagram is number 61, inner truth. Sincerity, good fortune. Rid yourself of prejudice and become empathetic before passing judgment. That's a general comment on that I Ching hexagram. Tattva symbol, Apas Vayu, air of water. It's the C of Hakoma. First temple opening, portal of the vault of the adepts, and call 1 and 2. Second temple opening, grade of 3 equals 8, and the fourth call. It's the air sub-angle of the water tablet. So if you're just using the water tablet, open the temple in the grade of 3 equals 8 and read calls 4 and 10. Angels of the sub-angle, OBGOTA, calls forth the powers of the sub-angle AABCO. Then AABCO compels OBGOTA to obedience. Carib is TAAD, and the good angels under the arms of the cross are TOCO, NHDD, PAAX, and SAIX. The Cacodaimenos, MTO, ONH, CPA, and HSA. And finally, the Princess of Cups. Hang on for a second. Let's see. No. That'll be for tomorrow. Princess of Cups. Now remember, she doesn't rule any degrees of the zodiac. She and the ace rule that section of the earth, generally covering North and South America. But she does have her Myers-Briggs personality type of being earth of water. And so you can definitely choose her as a significator in a tarot reading, just because of the general physical or emotional or psychological characteristics of the client. She's Princess of the Waters, Lotus of the Palace of the Floods, Earth of Water. With the Ace of Cups, she rules the Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius quadrant above the North Pole and the area of the Pacific. Excuse me. It was the swords that ruled the Americas, guys. Sorry about that. The general divinatory meanings: an extraordinarily gracious young woman who effortlessly radiates all sweetness, voluptuousness, and romance. and it could mean a symbiotic relationship. I Ching hexagram 41, decrease. In times of diminishing resources, simplicity prevails. Now, this has popped up a lot during this pandemic period in people's readings. And instead of looking at it as a negative thing, as we all know, it's just a fact of life at the moment. And in times of diminishing resources, simplicity prevails. I think I've said, actually, when you're sort of forced to be simple, it's not. You don't need to look at it as a moment of deprivation, but as an opportunity to make simplicity elegant, to make simplicity an art form. And that's another aspect of the character of the Princess of Cups. Tattva symbol is Apis Prithvi. That's the Earth square in the water silver crescent. Enochian attributions, she's the M of Hakoma. When you're working with the Tablet of Union, temple opening number 1, the portal of the Vault of the Adepts, sequence of calls 1 and 2, then temple opening in the grade of 3 equals 8, and call number 4. The elemental tablet, the earth subangle of the water tablet, the temple opening in the grade of 3 equals 8, and the sequence of calls would be 4 and 11. Angels of the subangle, M-A-L-A-D-I, calls forth the powers of the subangle, and O-L-A-A-D compels M-A-L-A-D-I to obedience. The cherub is M-A-G-L. And the good angels, most skilled and powerful in transformations, P-A-C-O, N-D-Z-N, I-I-P-O, and X-R-N-H. X-A-R-N-H. See, it's right at the bottom there. Cacodaimenos, R-P-A, A-N-D, X-I-I, and E-X-R. Okay. Again, I digressed and took too much time. We only got through the court card cups. But that's okay. We've all the time in the world. Tomorrow we'll start with the swords, okay? And which in and of themselves are very interesting. And I'll even have a bigger chart for one of those things for us tomorrow. Anyway, enjoy my hoodie. And we'll see everybody tomorrow. Until then, continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love's the law, love under will.